What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace here. Check this. You have teachers, leaders, and you have students and followers. Now, in any aspect of life, a person, a student, is taught and then they graduate and go on their own. They become as the teacher and know as the teacher, or even become better, but they raise up and go on their own. Now, in this conscious knowledge thing that's going on now, this doesn't happen. It seems like in adult life, this doesn't happen. You have teachers and leaders changing. So you have teachers, then you have their predecessors, so on and so forth. But the followers and students never change or never raise up. So you have to grasp what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. You have Christianity. Now, the preacher would be the teacher, and the following follows and learns from the preacher. Now, if they ask the preacher, where's the source to this knowledge? He'll tell them it's God. But they can't get to God until they die. So they have to follow Christianity until they die to get to God. So you have to grasp how deep that is. This is with everything. You're taught, but if you ask the teacher, where's the source of the information you get? So I can go directly to the source. I may not need you as a medium. You will never get an answer. Your answer will always be in death, meaning when you die, then you'll see the source. Or it's in this book, that thing, that thing. But it's never nothing solid and concrete that you can dive into and just get full up on knowledge and be smart as the teacher or smarter. So we have to grasp. It's just like in Christianity. Jesus is the middleman to the source, which would be the plug. So Jesus is the middleman to the plug. The only problem is the middleman is dead and gone. So now where does that leave the Christian followers? Because you can't go to the source until you die. And now you don't even have the middleman. What you have is a bunch of preachers who are not prophets or middlemen. They're just teachers. And you have to hope they got it right and didn't alter it. So you see how that works? It's conflicted within itself because it is not right. This is how you must know a thing isn't right. It's just like with the black woman is God. You can't go to a black woman because that's not the source. The source would be the supreme black woman. But I guess you would only see that when you die. So you have to grasp. Men are direct you to books and other things. So you have one teacher, then he dies, his predecessor takes his place. But the following never ascends and goes on their own to be with the source and know for themselves as the teacher does. So the teacher can have all-knowing knowledge from the source, but the following can't until they die. It's absurd. We must get to a level to where we start asking simple questions. Because I see the same teachers teaching and it's a bunch of followers, and it seems none of them are getting their own brain. So then you have to ask, what is truly the point? If you're teaching people and they're not graduating, then what is happening? So we have to grasp. Now, I understand why men will have students that never graduate, because this is how you build up a following. And this is lucrative for business. But in the life, And in the actual goal of teaching, which is to make people learn and graduate off away from you, this is absurd. This makes no sense. You're supposed to receive students and release them. Get more, release them. Raise them up. But this is not happening. Now, if you ask any teacher that you're following, where's the source at? I want to go directly to it. You'll get all types of bullshit. But you won't be able to actually go do it. Now, if you ask Solace, because I'm a real teacher, where's the source of your information, Solace? Y'all already know the answer because I say it all the time. The life. You know the life. You just don't know how to pull knowledge from it. And this is where I come in. And this is why you see certain people that follow me begin to start putting up posts on Facebooks and things with the pictures and things from the life that they start to grasp on their own. Because they're actually learning something that they can use. And then they slowly start not to need me, and they can go directly to the source, which is the life, their self. Now they'll still come back and watch me for more. Because I'm good at this, meaning I've been doing it before them. So, of course, you're going to pull from where you got, but it's all in the same. So now they'll teach, they'll give me my respect, so that those that's following them, if they want to come to their source, which would be me, then they can. See, it's not selfish in the teaching. I would never hold someone from going directly to the life at any moment in time they want. But you must grasp. You can't just go outside and say, the concrete is like the astral belt. You gotta understand a thing, meaning I can read a book like the Holy Bible, and then I'll break it down to y'all using the life, because that's where it came from. A man trying to explain or break down something in the life. So you must know the source of where the knowledge is coming from. Meaning, the book came from a man knowing something in the life. You can't use the book as a source to understand life. You have to know life and use life to understand the book or the man that's speaking. So y'all have to grasp. Y'all are confounded and upside down in y'all thinking. And this is where I come in. I'm not here to teach you ancient history. Everything I teach you doesn't matter. When I teach you about death or I teach you about this or that nobody knows, none of that matters. What matters is how I show you how I know that. So that you can do the same. This is the point. Learning what I'm teaching you is cool. But knowing how to do it yourself is the point. Meaning you don't need to ask me about death. You should be able to observe life at some point as I do and know how to have that answer for yourself. So it should always just be you in the source. No middleman. So we just must grasp where we are. We in the times of blind following. Meaning followers don't even ask these questions. You don't even ask whoever you're following, when do I graduate from this? And where does this lead me to? Who is your source so I can go directly there just to see? The source going to be dead, gone, in a book, or some crazy shit you can't deal with until you die. So you must grasp you're being held captive so that men can have a following. You're a grown-up. Start thinking on that. I'm a grown-up with a teacher. And the teacher's not leading me to any source. So I'm going to be stuck with this person till I die. And if they die first, then their predecessor will take their place. And I'll still be in this as the student. And this is why nothing has happened. This is why no leaders have succeeded. And this is why no teachers or students are graduating. This is why nothing's happening. Shit, man, Solace.